This is a city hit by a nuclear bomb. Once bustling streets are now a desolate wasteland, with no signs of human life. He walks alone through the ruins, having just escaped one hell only to find himself in another. How far can he go, isolated and alone? The story begins in the heart of a bustling city when a nuclear bomb suddenly strikes. The light of death instantly covers the land. A beautiful girl witnesses it all, awakened by her boyfriend Tom's shout, reminding her to escape. The hallway is already chaotic, with people rushing to a basement. Only a few lucky ones at the front manage to squeeze in. Just a wall separates the living from hell. The basement is as sturdy as a wartime bunker. The building manager, Mitch, seems to have foreseen this day and remains calm, warning everyone not to open the door as outside is filled with radioactive dust. If they go out, they will surely die. Anxiety and unrest quickly spread among the crowd. Impulsive Joe even tries to force the door open. He wants to escape the filthy, rundown basement. Mitch, strong and wielding an axe, stops his dangerous actions. The next day, Joe complains again about their dire situation. This makes Mitch very angry. He thinks Joe is ungrateful, as he took him in but only received complaints. Tom, already timid, is on the verge of losing control due to the arguments. Mitch slaps him, calming him down. Suddenly, there's noise outside. Everyone thinks it's the rescue team and gets excited, but it's a group of armed men in hazmat suits. They are rough with everyone and forcibly take a little girl. Her mother, Mary, starts to resist the armed men. The people in the basement take the chance to escape. After two armed men take the girl, the remaining ones search the basement. With everyone's cooperation, they quickly deal with the armed men, but Joe's brother, Ed, is unfortunately shot in the chaos. They quickly treat Ed's gunshot wound. The group, now equipped with a hazmat suit, decides to go out and check the situation. Considering Joe won't abandon his brother Ed, they let Joe wear the hazmat suit to go out. Mary is near collapse, hoping Joe could bring her daughter back. Joe walked out the door, through the white tunnel, into a lab. He passed busy staff who didn't notice him. Joe saw children in pods, treated as specimens, blindfolded with tubes in their mouths. He found Mary's daughter, barely alive. An armed guard spotted him, and Joe ran. In panic, he shot two guards and escaped back to the basement, bringing only despair and fear. Mary's hope was shattered. Meanwhile, outside, guards welded the door shut, turning the basement into a prison. Days later, the guards' bodies began to rot, filling the basement with a stench. The tough Bobby volunteered for a task, which mentally strained him in such an environment. Tensions rose, and Joe argued with Mickey, accusing him of hoarding food. Devin secretly grabbed a stun gun and forced Mickey to open a locked door. Inside, Devin was shocked by what he saw. Mickey attacked Devin, and during the struggle, Devin was shot in the head. Eva witnessed it all and brought others to Mickey's room. Mickey claimed the rifle misfired, but no one believed him, so they subdued and tied him up. To get the code for the locked door, Joe and Bobby tortured Mickey. Eva tried to stop them but was threatened by Joe with a knife. Joe cruelly cut off one of Mickey's fingers, forcing him to reveal the code. They opened the door to find it full of food and water. They quickly enjoyed the food, and Joe became the leader of the group. He and the simple-minded Bobby controlled the food-filled storeroom. Joe used his power over food distribution to manipulate Wing King. Luckily, Ed appeared in time to help Eva. Eva found Mickey and brought him water. Mickey told Eva he didn't mean to hide things. He just didn't know who to trust in such an environment. Mickey also told Eva there was a gun in the storeroom. Eva wanted her boyfriend Tom to get the gun, but cowardly Tom lacked the courage. Tom, to get food, barked like a dog in front of Joe and Bobby. Eva was forced by Joe to dispose of Devin's body. Devin Strongbow tried to stop her, but she, equally cowardly, was quickly scared off by Joe. Eva eventually completed the task. By this time, Joe and Bobby had completely abandoned their humanity. They shaved their heads and eyebrows, looking like a pair of mutated twins. Eva could no longer endure such an environment. She went to ask Mickey where the gun was. Mickey revealed the location and told Eva that the basement wasn't completely sealed off. By going through the toilet pit, one could escape. Eva cut the power and told Tom the location of the gun. He retrieved the gun from the warehouse. Amidst the chaos, Tom heard his girlfriend shouting for him to give the gun to Ed. In a fit of madness, he shot Ed. Joe, seeing his brother shot and falling, rushed to knock Tom down, and Bobby picked up the gun. Just as he was about to shoot Tom, Eva quickly took out Bobby with a can rod. She grabbed the gun and ran to Mickey, freeing him from the ropes. Joe, who was chasing them, was shot by Mickey. Joe realized it was his endgame. He took out a gasoline lamp, set himself on fire, and ignited the entire basement. Seeing the place about to turn into a hellscape, Eva quickly locked the door, put on a biohazard suit, and packed a bag full of supplies. Mickey and Tom begged her to open the door from outside. Hearing their desperate cries, Eva didn't hesitate and jumped into the pit to escape the isolated space. The basement burned fiercely in the flames, and Mickey and Tom could only perish in the fire. Eva reached the surface, where the once bustling streets had become a wasteland. Black snowflakes fell from the sky. Walking among them, Eva seemed to have no chance of survival. She faced only endless despair and loneliness. The story ends here. The film vividly depicts the humanity in dire straits. It wasn't the deadly radiation that killed the survivors, but the voluntary degradation of humanity and the awakening of beastliness in extreme situations. They turned the basement into a living hell step by step. However, in the end, Eva, who reached the surface, faced only a desolate wasteland. How far can she go, isolated and helpless?